What's up, Paul here from Guitar World, and today we'll be looking at an almighty new power supply to juice your voltage-hungry stomp boxes and DSP pedals, the NUX Zeus power supply. Let's check it out. I've reviewed many amazing NUX products before, from their pedals to their multi-effects floorboards and even their wireless systems. Now, NUX has released the NUX Zeus, a brand new isolated power supply that'll reliably power your stomp box effects and floorboards. If you've ever powered multiple effects like high gain distortions and DSP effects by a DC daisy chain, you may have encountered ground noise or hum because you're most likely connecting analog and digital pedals together, which creates unwanted noise. Many players know the best way to cleanly power effects and stomp boxes is through an individually isolated power supply, because you get greater efficiency. And right here, the NUX Zeus is that solution. So let's look at the Zeus and see what it's got, and then I'll let you hear it as I wire it up to my pedal board, which I like to call the blue board, and you'll see that in a moment. And first up, NUX should get an award for like the best looking brand packaging. What's great about Zeus is its smaller size and lighter weight, and its 2 stages of isolation topology that eliminates ground loop and AC line noise issues thoroughly. Also, while other switching power supplies use multi-stage filtering to eliminate noise, this can often stifle dynamics and harmonics. However, Zeus employs a self-regulated output design that has ultra-low impedance, offering clean power and retaining all your guitar's dynamics. Zeus provides 10 high-current isolated DC power outlets. In other words, 10 isolated switching power transformers that offer a clean and stable power source for your pedals. Right here, you'll find 6 isolated 9-volt outlets with 500 milliamps each, which will cover nearly every analog and digital stomp box. However, many guitarists will integrate digital post effects from brands like Eventide, Strymon, etc. For that, Zeus comes with 3 adjustable high current outputs, 9 volts at 500 milliamps, or 12 volts at 300 milliamps, or 18 volts at 200 milliamps. And for even more versatility, Zeus includes 1 adjustable high current output at number 10, which means the dial control can adjust the variable voltage, 6 volts, 9 volts to 12 volts, to get the best dynamics and sound from, say, your germanium fuzz, phasers, bucket brigade chorus, and some overdrive pedals. Zeus also comes with all the necessary power cables, as you can see here. So besides the regular DC cables, which there are plenty of, there's also a reverse polarity cable and a 3.5 millimeter mini plug cable. Zeus also offers an HX current double adapter, so you can power a Line 6 HX stomp without any issues. And if you do so, you'll need to parallel 2 outputs to double the currents. So it's best to use 2 outlets together from outlets 1 to 6 on the Zeus, and make sure the loading is less than 800 milliamps to keep it safe. And for many gigging musicians like myself, Zeus also includes a USB 5-volt 1.5 amp port for charging mobile devices. Finally, in addition to overheating and overcurrent protection, Zeus's 100 to 240 volts universal AC power is supported worldwide, so you get consistent AC usage no matter what country you're in. So let's hear the Zeus now that I've powered up what I like to call my blue pedal board, or the blue board, because it's mostly blue pedals here, which looks kind of great. So as you can see, I'm basically using 1 through 6 outlets up on top here, which is 500 milliamps to power the delay, the reverb, the Mobius, and of course I'm using one of the high current outlets over here, just set at 9 volts to power the tuner. I always find that you should use an isolated outlet for a tuner, because sometimes with other pedals, it tends to get noisy when you try to tune with it. So that's separate as well. EQ, the drive pedals over here are in the normal outlets. However, I will say that I put the MXR Sugar drive into the starving outlet, and I lowered it down to 6 volts to get a little bit of a more gnarly type of tone out of it. And then, yeah, everything else is pretty much where it needs to be. Also, one of the high current outlets, of course, is powering the MXR flanger, because this one needs 18 volt power, and I just flicked the switch to 18 volt power for the flanger. And as you can pretty much hear, this is dead quiet and everything is juiced up perfectly. So I'm going to start hitting some pedals and you'll get to hear it. It's just so noise-free and efficient and getting the most out of all the pedals that I have here. Here's the tone just straight out of the amp. And let's start hitting some buttons here. Delay. Reverb. As you can hear, I turned on the tuner pedal with my drive pedal still on, and it's dead quiet, which is kind of cool. Mythological Zeus was the most powerful Greek god, and he is famous for his ability to hurl lightning bolts. With that kind of power, the NUX Zeus is aptly named as the all-isolated power supply that's a robust and reliable solution to power your pedals. The NUX Zeus is not only bound to please those who sit atop Mount Olympus, but for many of us mere mortals who need to power our pedals. Definitely check it out.